real solutions to money, relationships, wellness, and more. Shine a light onto your day and into your life. Power Your Life with Dr. Joanne White.
Welcome to Power Your Life. I'm Joanne White, your host. Some of you may recognize my first guest from the popular reality show on Bravo, Real Housewives of New Jersey. Last season, Jacqueline Laurita, one of the original cast members, shared with viewers and with the whole world that her son Nicholas was diagnosed with autism. Jacqueline Laurita joins me now to tell us about her story of struggle, hope, and inspiration. Welcome, Jacqueline.
Thank you.
My pleasure. So why did you share your story about Nicholas to the whole world?
Well, season 4, while he was regressing, at that point we weren't sharing it because we didn't have a diagnosis yet or a treatment in place, and we didn't want people speculating on what my child's issues were until we had the diagnosis. Once we had the diagnosis, I feel like, one, I'm not ashamed of his diagnosis. It's just one piece of who he is. I don't want my child to be ashamed of a diagnosis, and I feel like I need to raise awareness to educate people, teaching people to be more compassionate of others' idiosyncrasies, help raise money to hopefully there will be a cure for autism one day, and I think it's important to talk about it and not be ashamed of it.
So we have a clip from Real Housewives and a clip of Nicholas, and I haven't seen him.
And I know this thing with Nick is really, really tough on him. I don't think the stakes get much higher than that.
What's up, buddy?
I got a surprise for Mommy.
Nicholas.
Ready? You want lollipop? Okay, hold on, wait. Mommy, you hold it. Say, Mommy.
Mommy.
Say, I love you.
I love you.
It makes you want to cry, too. It's a very emotional experience.
Well, because before he started regressing, he used to say, I love you.
Right.
When he regressed, he lost that ability. He didn't use his words anymore. Oh, it's looking emotional when I look at that. It was the first time he said, I love you again.
And it really
it gave me hope.
It opened your heart.
I said, if he could do that, he is capable of accomplishing so much more. And that gave me hope to just keep, persevering, just keep going with him, because that was an amazing accomplishment for him.
Do you know why he was regressing at the time? Do you have any clue?
No. He, seemed to be developing typically, and then somewhere between 18.5 months to 2.5 years is when he slowly, he stopped using his words, he quit singing songs, he quit using utensils, he wouldn't answer to his name, he wouldn't follow a simple command, he wouldn't follow my finger if I pointed to an object. And at first you sort of think, oh, maybe he's just bored with that activity and he's just on to something different, and you kind of dismiss a lot of things in the beginning, and it's hard to accept that there could be something more serious going on. You kind of tend to, maybe, at first, and then it just, your gut.
So that's when you got the diagnosis, too.
Right.
Right. What is your message to families with children with autism?
You know what? You learn so much from your child, and never give up hope. Don't give up on your child. They will surprise you all the time. You learn to really appreciate any and all accomplishments that your child makes, because you'll see how hard they work for those accomplishments, and it is possible. Things that you think that aren't possible become possible, and it really gives you hope. And the autism community I found to be extremely supportive. You really need to network within the autism community, because you'll find lots of support from others, resources, information, and just if you see something working for one child and it doesn't work for your child, try something else.
So there's a way to really share what's going on with families and also support for your child.
Yes.
So what specifically I know Nicholas has taught you so much, but what do you recall right now that he's taught you that you want to share with us?
Just, patience, and just not to give up. It makes you put everything into perspective. Things that were so silly before. I had a hard time focusing on season 4 and season 5 of the show because, you know, arguments about, you know, she's copying my eyeshadow and my skirt is just not, you know, so important in the world.
So you
when
get
you're
right,
focusing
right.
on other things. And I just think that, you know, it's just love and compassion, and you really learn not to take for granted things that parents of typical kids often take for granted. You know,
So-
saying hello, goodbye, you know.
Right, but just even take it for granted anything in your life,
Anything.
so it makes you appreciate so
Yes.
much more. And something you said is also important: the little steps,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to appreciate every little achievement. Now you're coming out
They
with
become
this
big.
book, Defy Expectations. You and your husband are writing it.
Yeah.
What's the message in the book, and what do you want people to know from it? I know it's not done yet, but
right,
but you're working
yeah.
on it. That's okay.
Yeah, you know, it's basically sharing our journey, what was going on in our lives at the time during the journey, and just defying expectations. Just anything doctors tell you, or you'll hear a lot from other people, what's expected or what they think will be expected of your child, or even yourself. Just always defy expectations. You can always do more than you think you can. They can always do more than you think they can, and just, you know, go for it. Just
And we
keep
were
believing.
right,
If you keep believing.
And we were talking
things
earlier
happen.
about you know your child. There can be all these experts out there, but
Right.
you know your child.
You go, people, even when you get the diagnosis, I mean, your pediatrician sees your child 10 minutes every so many months, but you're around your children all the time. You know, trust your instincts, trust your gut, because you see them all the time. You know if it's a good day or a bad day, or what your child's doing on a whole. And just, I always say to keep up with the Childstone checklist, and
So trust your instincts.
Trust your instincts,
Okay,
definitely.
Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. When we return, Linda Cooper from the Autism Cares Foundation shares with us the important work the foundation is doing to support families who live with autism every single day.